Okay, I'm going to make this brief because I just made a video with my friend Arthality or Tyler, and his audio didn't record in the Skype call because my recording is really messed up. So then I made a cover video for that just now, and it didn't record my voice, so hopefully this will work, and if it doesn't, then you're not hearing this, but if you're hearing this right now, then it did. So yay, you know, that's that. But right now I'm just going to while talk on some stuff that we did today. But we went to go kill frost dragons, right? And we got some frost dragons, and we went to barrows. I got Karils' skirt. He didn't get anything, I don't think. And then some guy messaged me. He's like, hey man, nice vids, which I was really surprised. Like, this wasn't the first time that happened, but I only got 17 subscribers, and that's pretty awesome. And I think that's because the private server community is really close, you know. It's closer than, and it's much more friendlier also than the RuneScape community, which is pretty awesome. But his name is actually Extra Form, and he's a pretty cool guy because I'd rather show you than tell you. He gave me 275 mil. Yeah. Pretty awesome dude. And then also Earth Alley gave me a shit ton, or Tyler, I don't know what to call you. Gave me 15k of each rune, which was really awesome too. I gave him money for a BGS and a dark bow. He might bought me a dark bow. I just gave him money for a BGS, which, you know, kind of a return favor for the runes, you know. But and then I got the money back, so I was like, oh sweet, that was pretty awesome. You know, the 275 mil. I'm still in disbelief that happened. I mean, oh, and Tyler, don't forget, I remember at the end of the video that we just shot together that you said to my viewers, without my discretion, that anyone watching that had a Zarite bow, message that name right there. Doesn't matter if it's broken, if it's missing some strings, he'll find a good home for it. He will baby the shit out of that. Probably lose it in PKing in an hour, but he will baby the shit out of that. So, just wanted to put that out there. One second, I need some water. My throat's been really dry lately. I'm not sick, but I'm just tired because I didn't sleep last night. I was playing League, and also I couldn't go to bed, so those two combined equals a guaranteed night of no rest. Ooh, 74 mage. Here is, speaking of 74 mage, I'm gonna look at my stats. Got 67 strength, unchanged, 65 HP, 52 cooking, 55 fishing, 51 range, 43 prayer, 74 mage, unchanged, 24 dungeoneering, 53 summoning, and 4 farming. Yeah, I was scraping weeds and stuff like that for that, so I mean, it was wait, what? How much you want for it? For what? Wait, no, I'm not gonna get into that. Fuck that. Okay. Anyways, while those two are having a little domestic dispute over there, I'm just gonna mind my own business. And basically what I wanted to talk about was what happened with 2007. Well, also I also wanted to mention that because the video doesn't that doesn't make any sense, nor is it a word. Because the video didn't record the audio of the Skype call, I wanted to ask if you still wanted me to post the video anyways. It's just me talking to him, but you can't hear him, you can only hear me. And it's a fairly long video. And it has a lot of good stuff in it, but I think you need the voice of, well, you definitely need the voice of two people to make the video worth watching in the first place. But that's just me. So, I mean, if you guys want to see it, shit, I'll post it. It's not a hassle at all for me to do. So, excuse me. So I do that, I guess. But oh, and I also got I forgot the update. Got a Fury. I don't think I had that in the last video. Fire Cape, Torso. I know I'm clicking on them. You know what they are. Dragonplate Body. I got D-Boost. I bought them for 5 mil, but I just sold them to some guy for 10 mil. So I'm going to buy them back for 5 mil. Dragon Defender. I actually got a Rune Defender from voting. And then I went to the Cyclopses and got this in the first kill, which is pretty awesome. So, as I may say, it was pretty cool. So I got that done, and then also, oh yeah, that's right. What? Just something that really bugs me. Like, my friend plays 07, and he always complains to me like, why didn't they bring back 2012? Why didn't they tell us it was gonna be 2007? Blah blah blah. Like, bitch please, and this is why. Okay, so if any of you have half a brain, you would obviously know that the date set for 2007 Scape, or Old School, whatever the hell you want to pronounce it, is about 1.5 weeks from the God Wars Dungeon update. And the update, believe it or not, is a pretty big update. And Jagex only had one save copy of RuneScape, and that was that set in time. Now, why didn't they have any other save updates? What, like, saved game versions? Like, why didn't they have one for 2012? Why didn't they have one after the 2008 graphical update? You know, why, a lot of questions start to surface. Well, it's pretty simple. Well, at least in my case, and I could be wrong. I might be way off. It might be something totally simplified than this, or it might be something way more difficult to understand than, what I'm saying right now, but basically, God Wars Dungeon was a pretty big update. They added new items, 4 new bosses, armor sets, a big huge area in the map, like, it was basically a lot to do. But what if they messed up? What if something went wrong? What if it crashed the economy, like there was a dupe or something, like with the party hit dupe, or even the Ring of Wealth glitch that happened with unlimited sickles from Corporal Beast and all these random ass drops and all that kind of stuff. People making billions, literally an hour, billions upon billions of GP was brought into the game, especially from Corporal Beast. That was the big one. I think also Tormented Demons, people would get 100% claw drop rate, I think. I could be wrong, I don't know. I probably am. But what if they messed up? And they didn't have, and obviously, if they messed up and they didn't have a save, they would be fucked, right? That would be terrible. They'd have to do a massive rollback of everyone's account. That would just piss people off, but they wouldn't have a save to roll back to. So they put a save about a week and a half back, and that was it. And they kept it. And they just kept it there. For some reason, why did they keep it? I don't know. But they did, and that was the only one they had. Now, if you think about it, the God Wars Dungeon update was the only big update. There wasn't really any big ones after that. It's new areas you could go to. Correct me if I'm wrong, I probably am, but there was some quests, I guess I wouldn't really count that as a big update. I mean, this is 4 new bosses, and I know you probably look at the Ascension and oh, this is just like the Ascension dungeon, blah blah. Well, you may be right, but they didn't have nearly the size of a team they did back then working at Jagex. They have a lot bigger teams of developers and designers on working on the game than they did than they do now. They have a lot less than back then, because the game was actually surprisingly, believe it or not, still pretty small. You started getting a lot of players in 2010. That's about, in my opinion, where it started getting a lot more players. Sorry, I need more water. I know this is probably gonna happen again in the video too. Okay, sorry. But they needed the save to put there, so that's the only reason why they had it there. And then also, like I was saying before I took a drink of my water, there was really no other bigger updates because they had a bigger team, so they couldn't put it into smaller updates. You know, just do like split them up, like when they entered like 2008, and then they put the summoning skill in. That was a lot of work, you know, like devising a whole new skill just out of the blue, and then putting all these familiars that you can have, and then designing them all, and that must have took months, right? Like, correct me if I'm wrong, that must have took a long time. And same as God of War's Dungeon. And basically what I'm trying to say is that if they were to do a 2012 scape, and Mod Mark said, I know Mark Donalds, you know, no one hates him, and I actually hate him, he's a massive doucher, but still, that's besides the case. I mean, my personal opinion set aside, it would take a long time, because he said they would have to rebuild the entire game up to 2012 from 2007 and up. That's 5 years. And that a shit ton happened in those 5 years. Like, a lot. If you, just pause the video and look back on how much stuff happened in those 5 years. It's pretty big. And for them to do all that, you know how long that would take, even with the big team that they have right now, to redo 5 years of work and try and get it up to par on to like make people happy. Even if they did it, there would probably be something wrong because it would probably be rushed. And at best, it would take months. People would get pissed. And by then, people would just leave. They wouldn't even play the game anymore. They're tired of waiting. I know I would be. I mean, I got tired of waiting for Jax to get their shit together for a long time, and I just decided to leave, but that's totally beside the point. So, it would, I don't know, when I see people saying, oh, it wouldn't take that long, it would take like a week to get back to 2007, which really bugs me because they don't understand how much work actually goes into designing a game, especially this size. I mean, RuneScape is huge. It's a pretty, and for people that are saying like RuneScape isn't that big, World of Warcraft, you know, it's where it's at. Well, World of Warcraft, Blizzard is a lot bigger than I think Jagex Game Studios anyways in the first place, so, and plus they got a lot bigger budget. I mean, if you think about it, RuneScape, I know you hate them, you know, Squeal of Fortune and all that kind of stuff, but they're pretty cheap. I mean, $6 a month, you know, you don't gotta buy an initial game for $20 and then keep on doing membership fees after that. I mean, that's just borderline retarded. I mean, look at World of Warcraft. You gotta do all that kind of stuff. So, I don't know. Basically what I'm trying to say is stop the fucking complaining. I mean, it's just pathetic and you look retarded. So, I think that's pretty much it for this video. And again, I'm sorry to people that actually wanted to see a longer video today and wanted to see something actually happen, but me and Tyler I'm actually gonna try and get him to come on Skype again tomorrow and redo a video. And if you're watching this, Tyler, which I kind of doubt you are, going through my ranting, I'm really sorry, but there's nothing I can do. The audio totally fucked up. I'm gonna have to get a new recording device because this is just stupid. I mean, it's pretty mental, but I don't know. I also want to leave you guys with a question. What do you think is the reason why they only have a save for 2007? They wouldn't leave a save after like all the other recent updates, like well, not so much recent, but like the big graphical update in 2008. Do you think it's because it's something that they knew like we're gonna stay, because if they didn't think God Wars Thunder was gonna stay, they could just go back, or they knew that, you know, kind of like after EOC, they said they weren't going to reverse it. That's why they didn't make a save then. Like, what if they did that same thing in the graphical update of 2008? Like, we're not going to roll back shit and it's just going to stay like that. Or do you think it's because they were confident with how the game was going to go and look, and they didn't need a save? But either or, shit happened. You deal with it. Peace and butt grease.